Previous episode. Previously on, we got fucked. We split up into two groups, gate team and the rescue team, that were supposed to help a group of soldiers and military in a town where a cult have taken hostages. So the gate team were supposed to join the frontal assault team and attack the gates, make sure that you got the attentions and managed to kill as many cultists as possible, while the rescue team would sneak up in a secret passageway to save the hostages while this fights and battles is ongoing. The problem is that the gate team kind of fucked themselves over from the beginning, and
Lani fucked us up.
Yeah, Lani threw shit on the pilot, the ship crashing into the jungle. And with that, things started. Connor almost died because Lani kicked him out from the plane. Lani fell down and almost died as well. And in all of this, the pilot...
No, he died.
Did he die? No, he didn't die. He almost did.
Yeah,
He died, but he got resurrected.
Yeah, but that was after Ayas tried to heal him. He died.
Yes,
Yeah.
healing.
Yeah.
Yes.
A knife.
Quotation mark healing. And the pilot, McCrack, survived as well until Ayas took Lani as a mace and killed him. He used Lani's mace. Yeah. And now it's so that this pilot, McCrack, he didn't have a head. His head was actually a magical crystal that had been replaced when he lost his head in somewhere way back. Since no one really asked, since he talked too much, and because of that, these magical crystals infused into Lani and gave him life back again. But the pilot died instead, and that is pretty much it. These guys have been doing. The rescue team were flying over and saw this fire and landed in a glade far off, and they have now been moving their way to make sure, and they have been finding the ship, the wreckage, the burning ship. But that is what they are pretty much now. They have been fighting some monster and they almost kill each other because they are pretty clumsy, I'm just saying. And with that, Rengiri is in the Red Queen, the large flying ship. And what's happening under this time is that in the Red Queen, in the guild, Haradrim, the guild gets a message from the pilot called Pilot Bromstrack, that was the pilot for the rescue team, messaging that they have found and seen the ship of the first group that had crashed. So you are part in a little group that is gonna be sent there to support and help and hopefully rescue the survivors of this.
But that sounds dangerous, though. Do you have to? Can I just not stay home instead?
You see a tiefling that is named. His name is Dr. Paingulf. He's a medic, doctor, pain extraordinaire. He's like he started with torturing, but then started like healing is quite fun too. So he's you don't know if he's a torturer or a doctor actually, but in this case he's supposed to be a doctor. And he is a long, elegant figure with reddish skin and curved horns. And yes, Rengiri, we need your help. You're supposed to be.
Why me?
Honestly, mainly because you're pretty close right now, so you're gonna help us to save the team. Just come with us. It's an easy job, in and out, you know.
Fine, I suppose. Do we have, medical supplies with us? Like healing potions, perhaps?
Yes, I have a few. And of course, you see him leaning down a little bit. And it's because your mother is really scary lately.
Well, she gets like that around this time of year.
Yes, I notice. And if you're doing a good job, she gets happy and everyone is happy. Simple as that.
Well, At least if I get lost in the jungle or something, I don't have to go watch Father's grave this year. So I mean, it's fine.
Guess that's so. But yes, come with me. So he leads the way to the hangar. The hangar is a very big open space with multitude of different magical ships and all of that is used to leave and arriving at the Red Queen. And in one of these smaller ships, which you see is an used as a medic transporter, is an well, the pilot is a human man. You don't see much of his face because he wearing a big helmet and goggles. Are you the rescue team?
That's us.
Yes. And of course, we are not alone. We have our good friend Doimgay. You're seeing an elf in green armor and helmet. He doesn't say anything. He's wearing a big musket of some sort, and then just sits in the ship.
All right.
Yeah.
Do I recognize? Have I seen him before ever? Or
yeah, you heard quite a lot of him. Doimgay is pretty much pretty famous for being very brutal in battle. He's very high ranked, but he doesn't really talk either. He's like the silent kind of soldier type. So he's very good, but he's not very much social kind of character.
Oh, that's nice. I have one elite healer and one soldier with me, so basically I won't have to do anything in this mission. That's great.
Pretty much. You're just there to be pretty.
Hell yeah. That's what I do best.
You do best, being the mascot. And so, the pilot says, "Okay guys, now we're going." And with a slightly hum, the ship vibrates and it leaves the Red Queen, the hangar.
I make sure to take a swig of wine before I step on board the ship. I never fly sober.
Yeah, okay, you take a sip. You're seeing Dr. Paingulf looks at you for a bit and just shrugs.
I offer him some wine.
Yeah, he just shrugs a bit and like, nah, not for me.
Alright.
And you sit down in the... can we roll to kill this pilot? No. Not now. And it seems like this group have a fetish for killing pilots. I'm just saying.
Lanny and Ayas have. Okay.
Yeah, they kind of have.
Personally,
I don't. It just happened.
I prefer to only kill pilots when they're not driving the ship I'm in. That's just me.
I wasn't going to kill him.
But yes, this ship flying out, and you're seeing through the small windows the sky, and within about an hour, less than an hour, maybe 40 minutes or something like that, you're over jungle, and you recognize this as the Fargol jungle.
Okay.
And the thing is that it's Fargol is it? Fargol jungle is very big. It's one of the biggest jungle in this world, but also quite dangerous. And it is literally like first it looks like it's the ground, but it's actually, in fact, the massive landscape of tree tops that is so entangled in each other that you can literally walk on the trees. And the problem is also there is 7 what you can call it, great beings in this world. One of them is called the Rose Wanda, which is a really huge flying dragon-like being that generally flies over Fargol jungle.
Okay. So we need to watch out for that shit, right?
Yeah, he generally fly. He's not very aggressive that he attacks randomly. It's more like it accidentally ram into whatever that is in the air, pretty much. And then it's seemingly like forever flying.
It's too big to be threatened by anything. So.
Yeah, pretty much. It's one of the biggest creatures in the world that is just flying around for some reason there. But yes, you're seeing as you're getting down, Paingulf is talking a little bit. He's just idly chatting about all this. I'm asking about how your mother's doing, and a little bit chill talk. While the plane lowers down.
Just one question.
Yeah.
Do I know, like, do we know the circumstances of how the gate team went down? Like, do
Nope.
we know that it seems to have been someone who, like, betrayed us from the inside and killed the pilot?
No.
Or do we just think that it's an accident?
Yeah, you assume it's an accident because...
Okay, fine. We
Yeah,
don't
but
have
after
any...
the plane exploded, how would they know?
Yeah,
okay,
because when you're looking out the window, you're seeing a big plume of smoke.
You
And
can smell the burning shit.
yeah, which is the burning ship. And the pilot lands slowly above, just inching above the branches of these massive trees, and open the hatchet. As you see, Domegay is jumping out on the tree branches.
That looks really dangerous. Should you really do that?
Well, we don't have much other choices. You're seeing Pangolf jumps out a little bit carefully. He's almost tripping.
Yeesh.
And you're seeing the pilot, I will be back within... I will do the flybys every 30 minutes. Make a signal when it's gonna pick you up.
I'll make some fireworks.
Good. You're seeing, as soon as you all left out, the ship flies on again. And this is because, as mentioned, because of this massive being flying around that you don't want to be there.
Can we see it right now? Or, like, is it just, like, you know it's always on somewhere in the...
No, you can't really see it. It's more like you assume it's probably on the other side of this jungle, and it's so far that you can't see it.
Alright.
And as you're looking down, as you're standing on these branches and all that, you're seeing down the trees, and you're seeing this a burning plane, one of these ships. You recognize them from the hangars, one of the standard kind of transport ships you using in the Red Queen, laying there on the ground burning. And you see Pangol.
Well, it's crashed through the trees, or is it on top of them?
Yeah, it's halfly. It have crashed. It seemed like it crashed into it.
Okay.
And then it fell down from the branches, so it's on the ground now.
Alright.
And you see Pangolf like, this doesn't look good at all. Okay.
No, this looks terrible, actually. I wonder if anyone survived.
We need to check out Doomgay. Do you have rope? And you're seeing the green-clad man putting on a rope around his waist and starting to throwing around a branch and starting slowly climbing down.
Okay.
And soon it's up to you as well to climb. So you roll a climb roll.
Do we do all rolls in Discord, or?
You can roll in Discord. If everyone else is rolling there, it's only me that doesn't. So.
All right. I'm just gonna check what I have in climb.
Yeah.
So it's like exclamation mark T roll, right? Yeah, T exclamation mark roll.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I think they roll. Yeah, as Potato do it.
All right.
Woo!
Yeah, as you're about to climb down, you lose grip of the rope because it is still in a very... The jungle is very moist, so to speak. It's high density of... moisture, so to speak, in the air. And it makes both branches and even the rope quite quickly wet and slippery. So as you're trying to climb, you lose grip and start to fall. You can make a reflex save if you want to try to grab the rope again and prevent yourself from crashing to the ground.
Yes, sir. A reflex save.
Yes?
Okay. As he falls, he's like, "Catch me!"
Catch me! Hey, an eggplant. Yes, that's a gorgeous, sweet little eggplant. Oh,
all right. Nice turn.
Well,
there we go.
With exceptionally reflex, you actually managed to grab the rope without any further damage or fall. It was just for like a half meter you were falling before you managed to grab the rope again. And slowly and safely climbing down.
He looks at the others like, "I was just testing you."
Yeah, you're seeing Pangolf like, you're scaring me like that.
Oh, are you worried about me?
Of course I am. In fact, I'm mostly worried what your mother would do with me if something happened to you.
Mom.
Yes. And soon you're reaching the ground. It's quite thick with small bushes and stuff like that. While you're seeing this big ship laying on the ground. It doesn't burn as intense it did just some hour ago, but still there's fire in there. And you see Pangolf starting to look around, and well, you all start to look around, and you quickly realize first there is no blood. Well, no bodies there. You find some blood, but there's no body there.
Not even the pilot's body.
No, not there. It's a bit. However, you can roll a perception.
Yeah, sure. Let's see what my perception is.
I mean, my God, this guy sucks.
My
They're rolling horrible.
perception is not the best, but let's just hope for a good roll, I guess.
Yeah. I'm gonna wreck. Oh. Oh, well, that's good enough because you're finding a little bit from the ship, behind some trees. You're seeing the body of a pilot. Well, it's a human body, but the head, which you remember, because you remember this guy, because he's a very odd character in general, with the crystal head being shattered, and obviously the body is cold at this point.
What was this guy's name?
Captain McCrack.
This is McCrack, isn't it?
You're seeing Pangolf walking up to. Yes, it is. You're seeing leaning down and start to check the body, and he's been dead for some hours. It seemed like this is some head trauma. I can't really.
Renjiri looks uncharacteristically sad for a while because, like, he kind of considers everyone on the Red Queen like his family almost. So.
And you do know that McCrack has a daughter as well. That you know, she's like about 6 years old.
Shit.
And always been like daddy's girl and all that.
Oh shit.
Mano, I wanna say at this point, you're a fucking asshole for making him have a girl named fucking daughter.
What? It's not my fault. You guys went and murdered him.
You didn't inform us of that.
Honestly, knowing Lano, he planned that this guy had a daughter like fucking years ago.
No, he literally made the character up in the spot.
Yeah, but he usually plans out his NPCs quite a bit in advance, but he sometimes doesn't like come up with names and stuff.
Yeah, it took me a while. The name, I'm trying to make up a fun name, so that was why they have such odd names. But yes, he's dead. And the thing is that you notice, and Pangolf notices as well, is that the crystal, so to speak, is covered in blood. And knowing that he doesn't bleed from his head, so it looks like someone have either poured blood on him, and you see Pangolf looking. This is skin, and you see looking.
Did someone punch him to death or something?
Looks like it. Either punching or they used an animal or something like that to crush his head. I don't understand. And who can have done something like this? Must have been a true monster.
Yeah, they seem to have been attacked by someone really feral.
Yeah, there must be something like that.
Can we need to bring his body back to the ship somehow.
Yes, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, okay, good.
We're marking is, you're seeing he puts a hand on the tree bark and it started to glow a little symbol there. As he leaves the symbol. So we can find our way again. And it's seemingly like there is blood trailing that way. We're gonna see it pointing, and you're seeing, it's quite a bit of blood surrounded us, going through the trees, bushes and all that.
Yeah, well, before they leave Renjiri, he wears like fucking 50 scarves and stuff, so he takes one off and like drapes it over Crack's body as much as he can, kind of.
You're seeing Doom Guy is picking out holding his rifle ready. It's a pretty heavy musket. And no, not yet, Nut. And while this group now with the Rangiri and Pengulf and Doomgay is walking towards that group, we're switching over to Ayaz, Lanny, and Connor. That is, Connor and Ayaz, you're in this cave. Lanny is hanging from a tree, upside down for some reason, swinging around. Cause
if something comes, he's alert. He's an alert.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why, but biological warfare, I guess.
True.
And what are
How long have we been there now?
You've been there for about two hours, something like that, 2-3 hours at max. As you're sitting there, well, you've been able to heal up your wounds and all that. And now you're all... Well, what is up your goals? You don't know what's happened. You know that Connor, for example, just know that Ayaz used Lanny to bash and kill McCrack. And, yeah, that is pretty much it. That's the only thing you know. You have a potential crazy psychopath beside you.
It's in his character description to snap. Don't complain.
Comes with a fair trade. Beware.
I definitely want to fucking hold up. Let me find Connor's voice. There. Why the fuck did you beat McCrack's, I don't know, corpse with Lanny's corpse or something?
You did, Potato. You did all heal up. And yes, Ayaz, you stand with a question now.
What?
Okay, yeah, seemingly like Ayaz doesn't really care. He's just sitting there listening and what?
He's trying to think of a way to get the crystal out of the water.
Yes, there is a crystal in this water that makes it pretty much like healing water. So it's very powerful and probably quite really meaningful about that. Knowing Ayaz, he's probably just curious about the magical properties of it.
Before I try to take it, I'm going to write down everything that is on the walls about.
Yeah.
Even if I can't read it, I'm going to take notes on it and copy it into my notebook.
Yeah.
How deep is the water?
What did you say, Nat?
How deep is the water?
I call dibs.
How deep? It's about 2 meters, so it's not super deep. But and it's about 4 meters around as well. So it's like a pond, pretty much.
Well, can I try and yoink it out?
You can if you want to.
Sure, I know fucking IS wants it.
Okay. You need to roll a strength roll when you're grabbing it to try to.
As well, 20 plus my mod.
Yes. Ooh.
There.
As you do grab this crystal and you start to pull it, you suddenly realize it feels suddenly warm. And the blue crystal turns red. And starting to burn your hands, and the water you are in started to quickly boil.
Can I try and slap it back and get the fuck out?
Yeah, you can just drop it and get out of there. You roll a reflex save to get up there quickly as possible.
That's my good save.
Yeah. And it's Lanny's dinger yet. It's boiling dinger.
Yeah, I was about to say, did Lanny take a piss in the water?
Yeah, you managed. So you only take 3 damage of it instead of 6 damage, and your hands quite burn. You notice it's like.
Thank God, I'm a robot.
Yeah, that's good in that regard. And yeah, I just noticed this. It was like this crystal reacted towards the aggression of pulling it out, and hence it defended itself by becoming. Well, changing properties probably to fire or damage instead of healing. Meanwhile, Connor is killing. Yes, and outside you're hearing Lanny like.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
Beep. Beep. Just, I'm a radar.
Yes. Also, then we can bring in Lickin' Bogers, played by Potato.
Licking boulders.
And hermit that lives in this jungle, and Gripply shaman that you know about this cave. This is one of these few caves you know about, and as a shaman, many have sought you because you have access to this healing water. And you generally go there once in a while to make sure it's okay and all that. And this is one of these days you have felt in the jungle, in the nature, that there are some odd things going on, like the wildlife react to something. You're feeling like these weird spirit man that feel like the nature is unease. That kind of stuff, you know, that you notice something is going on. And in one of your goals, you do go to this pond, in this cave, to make sure that it's okay. And while you do that, you do notice, you're seeing, hanging from one of the trees outside, you're seeing a goblin hanging from a rope, upside down, with crystals in his eyes. So,
Can I free him?
yeah, you can do that. You seeing this goblin hanging there like, and whatever Linus says.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. But yes, Connor, as you are standing out there, and well, you're kind of like, oh shit, my hands got burned. You notice an movement outside.
I'm pulling my gun.
Yeah, and when you do that and checking out, you're seeing this. Yeah, that is pretty much Lanny now. He turned into a Sableye. He turning into a Pokemon. That is perfect.
A very stupid one.
Yeah, he's a Sableye that is in danger. But yes, when you're seeing this, you're seeing this Gripply. Lanny, let's say Lanny, Potato, can you describe how he looks like? How your shaman looks like?
Like a ball sack.
My shaman looks like Kermit the Frog because I stole Nana's appearance.
Okay, so it's
Pretty much.
oh. So it's pretty much a Kermit.
Pretty much Kermit.
Okay, yeah, he's green.
Does he have any like shaman like headdress or something on, like some leaves or?
No, he's a humble
Bones.
shaman. He doesn't use trivial stuff.
Oh,
He's
okay.
naked.
Ah,
He's not naked.
Like hanging down.
he's
The
swinging
Kermit-
his dinger.
Swinger his stinger.
But yes, you seeing this Gripply trying to help Lanny down. Ah, so you look like a frog with a hand up your ass. Well, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much what happened to him.
Yeah, but yes, as you Connor looking out, you're seeing this being trying to help Lanny down, and Lanny's like, I don't know, probably just fucking dizzy and make no sense because, oh yeah, he was much dumber now as well.
Yep.
He's Dambazira then.
Didn't he recover some intelligence from the water or something?
So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so wait, for context, am I looking at a frogman trying to jump up and crap on Lanny? Because Lanny is high up.
he doesn't try to crap on him. He's trying to more like cut him down, I guess.
Okay.
I guess that is what Lick him trying to do.
Okay. What the fuck are you? And what are you doing?
Yeah, Potato, as Lickim is trying, well, probably climb up the tree, you notice a man come out from that cave that it's very precious to you. And you notice he have a boomstick in his hand.
So I will be... Oh god.
PvP.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
So, what
So I
does Lickim do?
will finish freeing Lanny
Okay.
and say, "This is but a poor creature. Why are you doing this to him?"
When you do that, I want you to roll a climb roll, just to make sure that you can climb up and don't fall and break your neck or something like that again.
Okay.
That would be irony.
This next time fucking dies.
I mean, there is nothing, not a D&D without someone rolling in one and almost killing themselves.
Ah, yes.
And that is one sexy Kermit there. Ooh. Well, as you're trying to climb, you literally like trying, but you're just slipping down
Great.
like.
Slip on some shit.
Yeah, pretty much. And you just like, you don't take any damage, but you just falling on your back, like you don't manage to climb up. And Lanny's hanging there like.
Now he's a cat.
Yeah, I guess he is at this point.
Probably.
Yeah. And yeah, Connor, you seeing this being trying to help Lanny.
It is Lenny abuse Sakura.
Yeah, it's
I'm
really
gonna
Lanny
give him a
abuse.
boost. I'm gonna boost him up so it doesn't look too sad.
Okay, yeah, you help lick him. You seeing this man, this weird thing with a gun coming out from the cave and help you up so you can cut down Lanny. This is weird. And with that, Lanny, well, he is free. What are you guys gonna do? And Ayas, you hearing this as you're in the cave? You're hearing that there seems to be someone else out there.
Look out the cave to see what's happening.
You're seeing Connor lifting up a weird frog-like creature while Lanny have been, well, let go. So Lanny is on the ground now. So that's going on.
Lenny will just run and stay near Ayas because he feels like his weapon is not smart enough.
Okay. Yeah, you're seeing Lanny like
Attack the
getting up on his
creature.
feet and run and stand beside Ayas like he's like a demented little child. Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Standing
I know what I'm
beside.
gonna do with Lanny now.
Yeah. You're seeing this smelly
Well,
goblin. But don't you realize, Ayas, you've now become a daddy.
No, he's my Pokemon.
Yeah, that too. Sableye,
He's
go!
your child.
Sableye, go!
Sableye.
He's better.
Oh god. That Kermit is just wrong. Yeah, but yes, so Lickim, you seeing this and seeing this, well, this odd goblin with crystal in his eyes and this what seemed to be some sort of magic caster or something like that coming out from the cave as well. And I'm not sure how Lickim will react when there's suddenly so many people there. There are people.
So, Lycan will just ask them, "What are you doing here? Why are you invading the cave, magical cave?"
We're not invading. We're staying
Where?
out of trouble because we had a plane crash right over there.
Mhm.
That would make sense with everything else you felt.
I guess Lycan will ask them for their story.
Huh?
He gets curious about it.
Yeah.
This crazy pilot attacked us.
That's off the chain.
He really trying to go with the I'm innocent, he attacked me.
I see no reason to not believe it.
Meanwhile,
You know,
yeah.
he just showed up.
Meanwhile, you guys talking and interacting with this Gripply, Ranjiri, Pengulp, and Doomgay is about to get near this cave. Pangolf looking at Ranjiri, like looking. There seem to be some cave over there, and I hear noises. Do you hear it? You're hearing voices. You don't hear really what they're saying. But the
several.
yeah, seem to be. Maybe they are the survivors.
Yeah, should we approach carefully? Maybe. What if they're like cannibals or something?
That is a good question. The Fargol jungles do have cannibals.
Yeah, that one's.
Well, Lani is technically a cannibal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doomday, can you get in there? You're seeing the green-clad man like holding up his rifle and rushes in.
But I said careful. Oh shit!
Oh no!
He's already
well.
there.
Yeah, he's there. Suddenly,
okay.
Lickim, Connor, and Aya see this elf in a green armor, green helmet, and rifle, but just rushes in with his rifle.
Lightning
ready.
lance.
What did you say?
Oh my
Just
God,
kidding. Lightning lance.
Okay.
Fucking lightning lance.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Stop right there, criminal scum! I'll
You
see what you
violated the
did.
law.
You violated the law.
Yes. Violate the law. But yes, you're seeing him coming in there, holding his rifle aimed at you guys, like...
I'm gonna aim at him. It's a standoff, motherfucker.
Yeah, stand up.
Ranjiri will kind of rush up behind
Yeah.
him to try to get a look on the situation.
And yeah, you're doing that, and you recognize some of these from the trials that was a while back.
Literally none of us was in those trials.
Yeah, well, I would probably recognize him anyway since I like
Yeah.
spend a lot of time there. But no, but he like kind of rushes up and puts a hand on Doomgaze shoulder, like wait, these are our people.
You see, he's looking at you, and then slowly lowering his gun. You see, and you're seeing Pangolf, the tiefling, rushing up. They are the survivors. And you're seeing, and you realize, Ranjir realize, like, there's also an odd, well, this naked kind of, well, almost naked kind of frog-like creature there as well.
Wait.
Oh, except that one.
What
He
is?
turns to who looks the most like the leader in this group.
That would be either Connor or Ayas.
Who's okay? Could you describe these guys? Like, could Connor describe what Connor looks like? for
Yeah,
example?
we can do that. Connor, we can start with Connor. Don't describe your character a little bit.
I'm a android whose skin is milk white and has blue, those icy blue, spots where he glows. He has a duster and yeah, he has a gun.
All right.
He's a gunslinger.
And Ayas?
Black-haired half-elf.
Okay.
With just normal clothes, nothing special, and a spear on his back.
All right. Well, he turns kind of towards both of them, like, "Hey guys, would you mind explaining what happened here? We found McCrack dead a while back."
Well, you see,
What's happening here?
I have a story. It's gonna take a bit.
You're seeing Pangolf walking up. He seemed more like walking towards Lani. Like, what's happened? What is that? Why does he have the crystals in eyes like that?
McCrack told us to give him them. He died in the crash.
How could you tell that if he died?
He died later. We got attacked by a monster. We scared him off.
He bravely
Really?
sacrificed himself.
Yeah.
Then Lani fell from a tree and
What
crashed into him.
what happened? What happened with McCrack? What kind of monster was it?
Some huge fucking dinosaur.
Odd,
Could
because
I roll a sense motive on this?
yeah, you can.
Sure.
And you're seeing Pangolf like, but there was no bite mark on McCrack's body, nor
That's good.
nah, that was not so good. And there was no and it was like he was punched to death.
Yeah,
Punched to death.
The
And-
dinosaur had arms.
and also, well, the helicopter was burning. I didn't see any like bite marks on it or anything. What happened?
Honestly, I was unconscious for the most part. I'm just telling what Ayas told me.
Yeah, the goblin went crazy in there. We don't know what happened to him. But McCrack
That
decided
sounds-
it was best to save his life afterwards.
Wait, so now the goblin went crazy. There was no dinosaur.
In the
No,
plane
the dinosaur
before we
came
crashed.
after.
That was
Yeah,
after
before we
crashed.
crashed, the fucking goblin was the
seeing
reason
it.
for the crash.
You seen Pangolf backing a little bit, looking at you guys. It's kind of suspicious. I starting to not. I really don't believe what you guys are saying. This is smelly, and it's not only that goblin that smells.
Okay,
Are you
let's-
sure about that?
Okay, 1 second here. I think, well, first of all, mission over, guys. You failed. So let's go back to the Red Queen and we can probably sort this out. He looks at Pangolf a bit like,
Yeah, that's probably the best.
I'm sure we can
Mm.
have this all sorted out with some scrying magic, right?
Mm.
Wouldn't be too hard.
I have some things I want to do before we go.
Oh
What,
no.
what is
Oh
that?
no.
He's going to kill everyone.
No, I have an
Lance.
idea for the crystal, actually.
Oh, so lightning lens?
No, I'm gonna throw Lonnie in the pool and have him get the crystal. Because he absorbs magic. Maybe he can drain the crystal before it murders him.
Of course.
You
I
see,
then
told
yeah.
you, he's a Pokemon.
you see Pangol like, what are you Crystal, what are you talking about?
There's a healing crystal in the cave.
Really?
I'm thinking maybe we could bring the stupid pilot back to life.
That's possible.
That's
The crystal
very
is the reason he was alive in the first place, so...
that's very disrespectful for someone
Yeah.
who sacrificed life for one of your friends.
True.
The fact that he sacrificed himself doesn't make him less annoying.
No,
What?
but the fact that he left his family behind for you guys, maybe you should
Yeah, this is not.
at least not say stuff like that. Learn to keep a bit quiet about it if that's what you're really thinking.
If you say
Let's
so.
do the rest of this family.
I has to not really give a shit about anything that isn't magic.
Seemingly like very disrespectful indeed. But we will put up and interrogate you both, well, all you three, as we reach back to the Red Queen. That's what
Ayas
we will
grabs
do.
his stuff and runs into the forest, never to be seen again.
Well, you're
What?
in the cave. You're in the cave, and we're kind of like in the mouth of the cave, so you have to run past.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
That thing is, I don't know when you guys kidding or not anymore. Last time you did that, you killed the pilot.
He snapped, okay? It's in his character description. He snaps.
Sounds like a very, very problematic thing. But yes, what was you gonna do? Throw Lanny into the water?
Well, I'm gonna attempt to use the crystal on the pilot. Possibly, maybe, if that works.
Well, first of all, the crystal is still in the bottom of the.
Yes, that's what Lonnie is for.
Okay. Well, if you're tossing Lani there, well, Lani get to roll and strength roll.
Okay.
It's gonna be exciting. Yeah, while you're talking, while Connor, Pangolf, and Rest talking, Aya seemingly doesn't really care what's going on. Instead, take the goblin, throw him into a pool of water, where it's.
Fetch the crystal.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
Possibly saving lives?
You seeing as the goblin, well, pretty much with the little brain capacity you have left, grabs the crystal and started to yank it as mighty as I can do. And I can lick him. You notice right away that this is not good.
I will intervene. I won't allow them to take off the crystal.
Yeah, as you're trying to walk closer, you realize the water instantly turns red. The crystals have become beaming red, and the ground started to shake. And you're seeing the ground and the cave starting to crack. So you guys,
Not good.
yeah, you
Stop
guys,
that! Make
Yeah.
him stop immediately!
Pull Lanny out of there.
yeah, you need to reach down in this boiling water to pull him out.
Let me do it.
Yeah, you're pulling out. Poor Lanny is covered in pretty much blisters at this point. You're taking 11 damage
Oh, jeez.
in
Is
burns.
he dead again?
No, he has 12 HP left.
So he's almost dead again.
He
And
has half his HP.
as you pull him out, however, this time the crystal doesn't turn back to blue. And you're seeing suddenly an arm of stone rising up from the ground and grab Lanny.
Oh,
you,
great.
Everything trembling.
Then
like,
you-
with a massive strength grabbing Lanny. So, yeah, Lanny can't really move at this point. And what do you guys do?
Leakin is just speechless at this point.
Renjiri kind of goes, everyone get out of the cave!
Yes, Doomguy raising
gonna-
his
Get out!
rifle and shoot right into that arm.
I was about to fucking slap the crystal off.
Yeah. And it seemed like Doomguy managed to shoot off some of the stone that holds Lanny. So Lanny managed to get up, and you all managed to get out of this cave. And suddenly, yes, that is his name. That is Doomguy's
Took you long enough.
red, well, green armor, green helmet, rifle.
I thought it was like something more clever, not just blatantly Doom guy.
We couldn't possibly be that stupid, right?
What?
I thought it
And
was like I'm fucking playing words again, but no, it's just Doom guy.
But he's an elf.
he's an elf.
You don't know if Doom guy's an elf.
That's true.
That's true. But yes, you guys getting out of the cave, and suddenly the cave collapses. It's not a big cave, so it's not, and it's pretty much just a random opening in the ground. But as it collapses, you're seeing a massive figure rising from the ground, like a massive golem, about
Well, that's not good.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna bitch
it's-
slap IS's fucking back of the head. Like the hardest I fucking can.
well, if you want that, you can roll
Well,
an
I
attack.
can't read the wall.
But you're seeing this golem standing about 8 meters in height, with this red crystal that was in the water standing out like an horn. And you realize its entire back is covered in this oh my god!
Ice is dead.
Roll damage. I mean,
Should I roll for a slap?
that is... Why? That is...
Slap of destiny.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cut his head off.
If he dies, this would be... Oh god.
No. What do I roll for the slap?
It's just your... Yeah, hey, Tim, what is the normal damage actually when you...
Wait, who's slapping who?
Connor
slapping
is slapping
Ayas.
Ayas.
Okay, do you have like improved unarmed attack?
No.
Okay, then first of all, you'll do non-lethal damage.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah. Yes.
I just
and
want to slap.
Okay, it's like a D3 or some shit plus your strength modifier. So
Mm.
Oh, it's not mab. It's just strength.
And how...
So 8 damage.
Yeah, non-lethal damage, watch that. You needed to do... When they reach
yeah,
zero...
like okay, non-lethal damage is like counted as a separate HP pool. So like, if non-lethal goes to 0, you fall unconscious basically. So yeah, that's like nothing probably. It's 4 non-lethal damage. It
Yeah.
hurts, but it's,
It's
not
8.
like enough to actually be an injury.
Do I need
Okay.
to write
Eight
something
seems
down
okay.
or?
Well, it's only if you're getting more punches like that, I guess.
unless everybody plans to punch me, I think I'll be fine.
Yes. But yes, you're seeing this massive golem standing there, and Lickim, you recognize, you're feeling the spirits of nature within this as it roaring in anger. That this being that have been resting for a very, very long time have been disturbed in its sleep. And
We need to
You talk to the
retreat.
rock man.
you're seeing it like, swiping with its massive arm against you guys. It's aiming at Rangiri and Pangolf that needs to roll.
What, like a reflex save?
Yeah, reflex save. I want you guys to
Okay.
roll.
Don't eat the microphone.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, you managed to avoid.
He
And
dances out of the way.
yeah, you dance out of the way. You avoid all the stones that flies up and threaten to crush you, but you manage to dance and avoid all of these pieces. And you're seeing though Pangolf getting hit in his face by a big rock that flings up, and you're seeing him collapsing to the ground, seemingly unconscious.
Oh my fuck. Okay.
Like, and you're seeing Doomgaze going on in there. He doesn't hesitate as he raises his rifle and starts to shoot it, and seemingly to getting his attention and starting to move around. And he waves at you guys, literally like "go away," while he's taking the attention of this being.
Shall we roll initiative?
If you guys want to, because this being is standing there right now with its back against you guys, pretty much.
Yeah, just to
Yeah.
get some order in, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was about to ask Lickom if we have a chance. If we have a chance at killing it or beating
Well,
it.
you don't know. Honestly, you don't know if you can or not, or if you have a chance or not. It's pretty much like you've seen this 8-meter big ass golem. It had crystals, glowing red, and well, nothing is immortal in that regard. But well,
Yeah, big
Those-
golem with crystal, with ancient writing all around it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone.
but yes,
Does
those
know what exactly that creature is?
you don't know exactly what it is. You just know it's pretty much nature's own spirits, part of this
It's
ancient
Mother
jungle.
Nature.
Man, you had that was let's see. Okay, everyone rolls a reflex save. I mean initiative. Holy shit, Ayaz is fast.
But I'm faster.
Corman is
Oh shit!
God damn it.
Everyone is the Flash today.
Yeah, and lick him.
Second. Here.
Of course.
Feels bad.
Well, yeah, Rangiri and Lickim roll again to decide who's faster of you two, because
We
both
can
of you.
just go that Lickum goes first because
Okay.
he has higher dexterity. It's
Okay.
easier.
Let's do that then. Yes, that means that Connor is first. You're seeing this massive golem standing with the back against you guys, roaring in anger as Doomgay is literally, well, shooting at it and attracting his attention.
Wait, where's Ewok?
Oh, that's a good question. What have you done with the dog?
It's probably next to me.
It's probably
Yeah,
the-
you're seeing his paw under the golem's foot.
I'm fucking murdering him. I'm
Nah.
going to the foot
Nah,
and fucking...
the Ewok is there running around with you.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to murder it, I'm backing you up.
And
I'm gonna command Ewok to...
you're seeing the dog run.
I'm gonna shoot the fucking... I'm gonna shoot the golem in the fucking head.
Okay, roll an attack.
Let's see if it does anything.
You count as touch AC, right, Tim? With guns.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, it doesn't matter. You miss anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're seeing missing this massive goal. Well, the bullet pretty much just bounces off the very, well, stone body, pretty much. Like... But it seemed like it reacts because it slowly stops and turns around slowly against you guys.
Now Connor's the one that fucked up.
Well
Alright.
played.
Yeah, and it's Aya's turn.
I'm gonna try to look for weak spots.
Well, you have a big ass golem, 8 meters size, and it have magical horns and crystals. That is the only thing you pretty much see at this point.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
Lightning speed.
Lightning Lance, I think, would be an appropriate response this time.
They should be a good. I now don't remember how it worked with lance, with thunder lance or whatever it was called.
1d6 of electric damage, plus charisma modifier.
Ah, sweet.
I'm just checking if there's anything else.
Oh wait, Potato, did you roll for Lanny?
No, I didn't. Wait, I forgot.
You should probably roll for Lanny.
Yeah, you
Oh,
need
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
For lightning lance, you need to roll an attack to hit. Otherwise, yeah.
So Lanny is third. Lano.
Yeah.
It says something about Lightning Lance being able to impair its vision.
The target vision is also impaired, causing the target to treat all creature as if they had concealment for 1 round. So basically, if you hit it, you do damage, and also it becomes like a bit blinded for 1 round. Concealment means that it has a 20% chance to miss every attack it makes, unless it's like an AOE attack that forces us to save instead of it like punching, basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the Lightning Lance.
That's a really good ability, actually. Sorry.
What's my charisma now?
Let's go.
There. Yay!
It's a touch attack, but well,
It says range touch attack.
yeah, it counts towards touch AC, but since the gun didn't hit with a 9, I'm guessing that one doesn't hit.
Let's see.
Also, that's an D6.
Oh, you rolled a D6 instead of a D20.
Yeah, you gotta
Right,
hit
right.
first.
Sorry.
Roll right.
My mistake. I was checking what I rolled for it.
Mm.
Damn.
Let's go see. And it become even worse. No, it didn't. It got better. Yeah, you're seeing a spark of lightning striking this being. And, well, it does... You see, pretty much it has like a burn mark on its crystal body. But it doesn't seem otherwise really taking too much damage in that regard. Well, then again, you don't see it if it's bleeding or anything like that. You just see that you struck it, and, well, it seems just angry at you. And with this, it is actually Lanny's turn.
Yeah. Where are localized the fucking crystals again in his body?
The crystals are sticking out from... there is a bunch of crystals on his back, and then one big on his forehead, which was the one that you guys tried to pull and all that.
Oh, it's his forehead?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a horn and also like Godzilla spikes on his back.
Yeah, pretty much.
God damn, holy fuck.
It looks sick.
So Lenny will try to climb towards his forehead.
Okay, roll, I guess roll acrobatics.
Or climb.
Or climb. Go with climb. Roll climb to get up.
Climb.
Yeah, you're getting up on its massive arm and starting to climb up towards it. Well, towards its back, so to speak. Like. And while you're doing that, it is... Let's see, who was it next after that? That was...
Hopefully no one hits
That's
me.
that's
Lickim.
Lickum.
Lickim
Lickim.
Bogers. What does Lickim
So-
Bogers do?
Licking Bogers will
Eat ass.
Hmm?
Commit suicide.
You know about these beings are very powerful nature deities.
Yes.
And I guess I would say probably you're feeling like these fools defile your nature. And no frog porn right now.
Oh, is there frog born?
Yeah,
You-
seeming so.
Can I use my guidance magic on Rangiri?
What was that magic doing?
Gives you a
Like magic.
+1 to your next roll, basically.
Ah, yeah, you can
Yeah.
use that.
Do I
Yeah,
need
definitely.
to roll something, or it just happens?
Yeah, with most buffs, unless I don't want you to give it to me, it just happens, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're seeing this frog-like creature, this little Gripply is turning around and seemingly pointing at you, Ranjiri, and you're getting this feeling of magic rushing through you, empowering you, or, well, so to speak, next roll.
Oh, nice. He looks at the frog like, why, thank you.
Get a room, you two. Oh.
Is that all of your turn, or are you gonna do anything else?
What do you do, Potato? Are you done, or are you gonna do more? You can walk.
I can do more?
Yeah, you can move and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can I attack, or just move?
You cast a spell, so you generally can't attack.
So,
Okay.
but you can move though.
I will try to move a little more far from the golem.
Okay. You move out of the way, so to speak, then.
Yeah, to get a good position to throw my javelins.
Okay, yeah. You're moving away a little bit, of course, because standing too close to that one is not good. And then it's the Ranjiri's turn.
Ranger wants to move towards Pengel.
Yeah, Pengolf lays on the ground unconsciousness. He seemed to be alive.
So Uganda hurries over to him, and can I see, like, if he has, because we talked about healing potions before, did I see him, like, stash any, or?
Yeah,
like,
you know,
he has them?
he has an satchel at his side, hanging from over his shoulder, that he has potions and stuff.
I try to basically pull out a healing potion from his satchel and like force feed it to him, more or less.
Yeah, you find it because he's very picky with having it clarified what is in the potions and stuff like that. So you're finding a potion and manage to get him to drink it and all that.
All right. Yeah. So he kind of has him drink the potion to get him back up, hopefully.
Yeah, you see he like.
And while he does this, he's looking towards this like golem creature. Ranjiri has bardic knowledge.
Yeah.
So he can roll for like any knowledge, basically. Is there any knowledge roll I could make to try to like know more information about this creature? If he can like remember something he read or heard a story sometime, maybe.
You can roll Arcana.
Okay. And because I have guidance, I get a +1 to that.
Yes.
I should probably have done that too.
Perhaps.
Knowledge is power.
And I know a lot.
Oh,
Ooh,
19, that's not too
sweet.
bad.
Yes. You know, the first is of course that this is a massive golem of some sort, but as you know, this is why it is for such a golem with this magic crystal is that there are many stories. You're not 100% sure because since this is still quite more about stories rather than based on real fact, because you haven't been, well, it's nothing written, so to speak, but it is said that these crystals are actually parts from the flying being, the Rose Wonder, the flying the skies. That these crystals are actually scales from this being that have fallen to the ground and been nurturing on nature for centuries and become part of nature and, well, pretty much like children to the Rose Wonder there. So these golems seem to be pretty much connected in somehow, some way to this massive being, and there are said to be many of these kind of odd nature like golems that protects its nature, or seem to be simply like more or less reacting to violence and to what's going on. Because the few encounters that have been had with these in the past, because there have been stories about these, is that they generally are extremely powerful and very hard to stop. And the last thing that comes to mind is that the worst is that they can't seemingly call for Rose Wonder to appear.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, and that is the last thing you want to happen.
Yeah, no shit, dude. He's actually gonna yell out like, "This isn't a thing we can fight," and he turns to Lickum like, "Can you calm it down?"
Yeah.
And that's my round, basically.
Yeah. With that knowledge and calling out to the others, calling out to Lickum as well.
Yeah.
And
So, is it the golem's turn?
yeah, it's the golem's turn, and you're seeing as it roaring, the crystal on its forehead started to glow, and the tip sparkle almost. As it's like it's absorbing sunlight.
It's hyper beam. We're fucking dead.
Oh no.
You see,
Overbeam.
yeah, you see from this horn of crystal, like a laser almost swiping through, and it literally cutting through rock and trees like nothing, and it is aimed against Ayas and Connor, since you're in the way. So I want you guys to roll a reflex save.
Oh, perfect.
Let's see if Ayas lives this day.
Dun dun dun. You see, but like this beam literally cutting through.
Oh Jesus!
Damn.
That guy triple backflipped like around the earth.
Yeah, Connor is managing to avoid. You're feeling, yes, mainly the heat of this beam. You're taking 3 damage, but that is mostly like you weren't even touched by this beam. You were just inches from it.
It's just that fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
Me?
Ayas, however. Ayas, though.
I should have used
how
mage
much
armor
damage
when
do
I
I
had the
take?
chance.
Oh no, how much damage do I take?
3.
3, okay.
Always cast mage armor the first thing you do when you wake up.
I haven't
Number
needed
one.
it. I haven't needed it until now, so...
And like,
You will need it
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah, now I know.
wake up! Put on mage armor when you wake up! Dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun, dun.
exactly. What is
but- Yeah. We should make a song for that. But yes, you're seeing this massive beam swiping through and literally explode a fire around you guys. And as Ayas was trying to take cover, how am I gonna say it? Pretty much your left arm is gone.
Ouch.
And you're taking 14 damage.
Ow.
At least it's not gonna bleed because your arm burned to a crisp.
Yeah,
bro.
pretty much. It's burned, and you're seeing that zoom, and your arm is like pretty much ashes.
Which arm was it?
Left arm. It was my good arm. No.
I jacked with that arm.
That was my magic arm.
Yeah, but then again, he now has Lanny for that kind of thing.
Ah, sick.
A wordless arm at least.
Blind the golem.
Take Lanny's arm.
Yeah, so you guys seeing Ayas as he's trying to jump and take cover, how his arm is caught in this laser beam pretty much, and yes, the arm is pretty much cut off, and parts of it is like literally ashes.
Okay, I was gonna ask if it was just cut off or if it was destroyed.
Well, there are parts left, but pretty much if you would attach it again, you would look like no underarm, so it would be like literally your hand on your elbow.
Can I use mending on my arm?
Nah. Man, I mean, if you want, you probably can use some duct tape on and just put it on really hard, but
Just duct tape the goblin on there and
yeah.
stick it.
I'm just gonna...
With this with my new and improved arm, the Lanny arm.
I will cut your bowl in half.
I was gonna call over. You don't happen to have something for this?
You want to have well, yeah, and
He's surprisingly calm.
yes, and when it have shot this laser, you're seeing Doomgay is jumping up on and literally climbing up as well, and holding into a crystal in the back, it started to shoot onto its back like. Seemed like giving no shit, and then well, it is Connor's turn. Yeah, you're seeing like Aya's a bit away, like, shit, my good arm.
So should we fight this thing?
Well, it's up to you guys. What you heard from Renjiri, he said,
Yeah, Renjiri shouted like, "We can't fight this thing."
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But it's up to you if you believe him or not.
yeah, that's the thing. If you believe him or you want to fight it, it's all up to you guys actually. If in the end, well, what your characters think. Is it worth it? Is it possible, feasible?
Obviously, Doomgay thinks he can fight.
Yeah, he can probably. The main reason why Doomgay is fighting it like this right now is because he's trying to literally grab his attention so you guys could walk away. But some of you guys didn't think on that.
He warned us after we attacked. What was we gonna do?
Well, there's always an option. But yes, what do you do, Connor?
I guess I'll back off and fucking yeet Ayas away since he doesn't have an arm anymore.
Well, okay.
And I'll command Ewok to run even further.
I see the dog there. But you see, it's in 2 pieces now. Dun dun dun. Nah, the dog is there. Ewok is running. Oh yeah, Ewok had a metallic leg, right? Mechanical leg.
Aww.
It's like poor.
Lars takes the leg.
Yeah.
Mine.
Yeah. No God.
I will punch the shit out of you. I'm gonna fucking.
I'm just kidding. I'm
I'm gonna
just
stab
kidding.
you, fucking ass. Don't touch my fucking dog.
You can touch me, but not my dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I yeet Ayas away?
Well, yeah, I guess you can roll a strength roll if you want to toss him back a bit.
Yeah.
Like, grab him, like, toss. Yeet. Yeah. It would be hilarious if you rolled a 1, then I would probably made it that you threw him into the golem instead.
Oh, yes. I wish I rolled a 1. Fuck!
But like, stress!
Somehow tore off his arm.
Yeah. But yes, as you notice, like, in your pain as the burn, well, your arm, literally, you feel like it's like on fire, what's the remains of it, Connor picks you up and toss you backwards a bit. So you're getting up and, you move a little bit from all of these burning trees and split rocks. And I'm not sure, are you guys gonna try to run from this?
I'm gonna move away still and reload my gun just in case.
Yeah, you start to move, and then it's Aya's turn. What do you do?
Run!
Run! Okay.
Just ditch everyone. Run!
Okay,
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna back off even further.
Okay.
Try to treat my wounds or something.
Yeah, you kind of like...
Nothing. Is there anything to treat anymore?
Yeah. Go and put the Hello Kitty.
Yeah, just make sure I'm not dying. I'm just kind of missing a bit of health there.
Cast some fun spell or something.
But you can say that since you lose your arm, you lost some weight at least.
Oh fuck! Is that what I need to do?
Yeah, I thought on that too. But yes, you moving back a bit, and then it is Who was it? It's
Licken.
Lannis. Lannis.
Oh yeah, Lanny and then
Lannis climbing on the back of this golem. Like,
Where is Lanny currently?
what you said?
Where is Lanny currently on the
Well,
body?
he's
of-
about halfway up the back of this thing.
Then he will finish climbing it.
Okay.
He'll climb until his forehead.
You climb it up to his
Oh,
forehead.
no.
Okay.
He's gonna fucking rip the
And it
crystal
doesn't
off and anger the mob.
Well, I did tell him to get it.
You roll another climb roll, just to be
I
sure that
mean,
you're getting up to the
I-
top.
I already went through the trouble of climbing half his body.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, now I don't have to climb all.
As you climbing, it's suddenly you're seeing how it literally its arm turning and grabbing you. As it you're trying to climb, it grabs you and simply tosses you to the ground. Like, and you're taking 8 damage from that
Oh,
throw.
it's still alive.
Huh?
Isn't he dead now again?
What?
I'm still alive.
You're seeing him being thrown and taking quite a heavy damage there. Yeet!
Well, now I don't have to go through the trouble of climbing,
Yeah.
going down him. He did me a favor.
And then it's Lickim's turn. What do Lickim do?
What is Ayas doing? He's running away.
Yeah, he's backing off.
Okay. Then I'm just finishing running away since I already backed off last turn.
Okay. Yeah, you're seeing this being standing up and roaring. And you can almost all of you feeling that he's charging up for more beams like that. And when you guys back up Rangiria, what do you do?
As he sees everyone else back off, he's gonna like get to his feet and like try to help Pangolf up as well.
Yeah, Pangolf is getting up like slowly, but shit. What is that? That is mass. God damn.
I don't know, but I'm gonna have to try something nuts.
What? What are you gonna do?
He actually approaches the golem,
Yeah.
and he's a demon dancer, right? So
Hmm?
he's able to like attract like demons and evil spirits by dancing.
Hmm?
So he's thinking maybe he can like communicate with the golem in kind of the same way.
Okay.
So he'll like start a sort of like tribal, elegant dance to like try to like calm it down a bit.
Do you need to roll something for dancing? I don't think
I
there is.
mean, I could roll either performance for dancing. I could roll like diplomacy. Or
I want
something
to.
like that.
Let's roll a performance.
All right. What do I have? All right. It's pretty good at it. So.
Yeah, he's like a sweet male stripper.
Yeah, basically. Only he summons Satan whenever he does.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go.
Woo, damn. You're having quite a high plus 11, holy shit. But yes, you guys seeing that in all of this, Ranger is walking up towards his massive golem, and he's starting to move very sensually. He started to dance. And it's very, very hard to not look at it because it's very... Oh god. I'm about to buy you. I could barely breathe there. Holy crap.
That's how good the dance
Yeah,
is.
that's so good the dance is. It's breathtaking, literally. And yeah, it's very gay and very attractive. And the movement is, I mean, it's not like a normal dance, so to speak. It's very overworldly, so to speak. And as you're doing this, walking towards this golem and starting to dance like this, you see the golem that have been moving and showing agitation suddenly starting to looking at you and stand still. And you see the crystals slowly going from this glowing red slowly going more to blue. And suddenly you see it's seemingly standing there for a while looking at you. And then...
As he's dancing, he kind of looks at Doomgay and tries to like, get down, we need to. You cannot kill this thing.
Yeah, you see Doomguy is just nodding and climbing down. He realizes as well that if he would start shooting now, it would just enrage even more again. So he climbs down carefully.
I'm gonna be pissed because he ruined my performance.
Yeah.
His name is a lie. Doomguy would never stop.
And you see...
What if he realized he was wrong?
Yeah. And you seeing... Lanny, time to fight. Well, of course, if Lanny wants to, he can.
Oh, no.
Makes perfect sense.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at this point, actually, if Lanny did that.
Yeah.
But yes, you're seeing this golem slowly, kind of... It's almost like it's starting to collapse. And suddenly, you're seeing, like, he become one with the ground slowly. Like, he's, like... falling asleep almost, and the only thing you see left is this horn, this crystal poking out from the ground. No, no.
Yeah, well, Renjury kind of stops, and he immediately kind of starts shaking a bit, and like, holy shit.
There's a Pangolf like
absolutely terrified.
Yeah, Pangolf like, that worked. It must have been because you were not aggressively attacking it like the others have been doing. So it calmed down.
Well, I suggest we get out of here immediately.
Yeah,
apparently,
we need to do that.
If I remember correctly, this thing is like the baby of the Rose Wonder, and it might be on its way here immediately. So we need to go, like right now.
I want every one of you to roll and will save.
Oh, we're going crazy. Wait. Is this a mental thing?
Yeah. Will save is mental.
I have something about that on fucking Connor.
Oh yeah. What was it that you has?
You are not subjected to fatigue and exhaustion. You are immune to disease and sleep effects. And are immune to fear effects and all emotional-based effects.
Okay, then you
yeah,
don't
so
need...
if it has anything to do with emotion.
Yeah, okay, then you don't need to roll, actually.
Yeah.
But that doesn't count towards, like, being mind-controlled or...
Yeah, it's only...
Only if it's, like, instilling fear or horniness or anything like that.
Yeah. And, for Lickim, oh...
This one is for Lanny.
Lanny didn't get too well there, no?
Oof, -1.
Oof.
I mean, he's basically brain dead at the moment.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, that's true.
And Ayas, what did Ayas roll?
What were we rolling?
Will save.
Okay.
Ooh, damn. Well, all of you except Lanny is subjugated to fear. Lanny is barely able to move, but it is, I'm gonna say, it's like a force wave is gushing through all of you. It's not like you don't hear any sound. It's more like a force push going through the entire jungle. But you can all understand that this is the roar, the silent roar of the Rose Wonder.
Go, 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 go!
As it seemingly is on the way.
He's like literally pushing like Pangolf.
Yeah, Pangolf like, oh no, yeah, let's
Go, go, go!
move everyone, run!
Yeah, we're going the fuck out of there.
You're getting up and everyone started to move. Lanny's, you seeing Lanny laying there on the ground like. Anyone? want to pick?
Can I grab him?
Well, you can, but you might get a disease if you do.
I'll wrap him in one of my scarves. The one I least like, so I can just burn it later.
Yeah, probably better. Yeah, you're grabbing and manage to drag Lanny with you in this madness as you're all running through this jungle. You realize it feels like night suddenly is upon you, as above the trees you're feeling this massive being slowly flying over.
Oh shit. Please don't crash our ship. Please don't crash our ship.
And you don't know how long this lasts. It seems to last for a very, very long time. It feels like it's lasting for hours. It's not that long though, but it just gives this feeling because it's so massive, and knowing that this is a living being just makes it even more terrifying. And it literally flying above your heads right now. That. And as you're all running through the jungle, you're all feeling the pressure of this being. Even if you're not subjugated to the fear of it, you're feeling that this being is searching now.
I think Renjiri would have to like roll another will save because he's actually a coward.
Yeah, sure. Roll another one. And yeah, it is a very powerful being, this as well, so...
What is this being
Ah,
exactly?
It is we don't really have much knowledge about it. It looks like, well, pretty much like a flying dragon shark-like being. It's incredible massive. It's one of the biggest creatures that exist in this world.
Is it intelligent?
You don't really know. It seemed at least to have some bestialic intelligence. It's not like it's seemingly like dumb as a rock, but it seemed to be just slightly smarter than a normal animal.
Yeah, I was thinking if I could talk to it.
Yeah, you don't do that. People
Yeah.
have been trying to do that, but it literally seemed to... how to say it? It seemed not like it doesn't care about things. It's just flying. And
Yeah, I was
it
thinking
doesn't...
because I can
mean,
speak
for that
Draconic as
thing-
well.
For that thing, we're probably like literally bacteria. Like
Pretty much. You guys are
Yeah.
pretty much like ants to it. It doesn't
Yeah.
give a fuck about you guys.
So it's Acnologia. Okay, got it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if you attack it, then it of course responds. It seemed like as these golems you just fought, that it seemed to only react when you're aggressive towards it. Then then it will actually return somehow. Depending, of course, if you're a little guy there with a dagger, it won't even notice it. But if you're going there with, as people have tried done in the past, with big, massive fly ships to bomber it down, it will attack. Pretty much, at least. Could I do some sort of knowledge roll to find some information out? Well, you can roll an Arcana roll as well if you want to. We'll lick him.
Can I do
I
that
assume
too?
I don't even know about this. Or do I?
What did you say?
Do I even know about this threat since I don't, realize the fear thing?
Well, you notice it's something going on, but you don't know what. Well, you don't know how that fear works, but you notice it's something, obviously. And
Gotcha.
most know about the Rose Wanderer. It's one of the 7 great, the greatest beasts of this world. Like they call them the 7 wonders, pretty much, and are ancient beings that by no means have been able to be killed, or yeah, they've pretty much been there since what people know as when the world was created, pretty much.
Gotcha.
And yet, even with that, there's so little knowledge about these things, and it's pretty much been like everyone is ignoring. We don't touch those, and they don't really care about us either, pretty much.
Can I roll Arcana too?
Yeah, you can do that. And it didn't mean. Oh,
Ooh.
damn.
this guy's been reading some books about this shit.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah,
reading a lot.
That's his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lickim, well, Lickim doesn't really have the same knowledge in that regard, because since Lickim is pretty much an hermit shaman living in the jungle. However, since you're living there, you have a different perspective and knowledge about this thing, and that is that this thing generally just flying by. You notice it. You've been able to sit up on the tree branches and see this massive and pretty actually beautiful being flying over. It's not seemingly to care about you as well. For you, it's pretty much an, well, bacteria, as Tim said. It's just living on its own.
Does it look like a dragon but made out of crystal, or?
It is. Well, how am I gonna describe it?
You
It
said
doesn't
had
have a long.
scales earlier.
It doesn't have a very long neck. It's pretty much like a massive shark-like head, a very rounded head, with a short, stubby neck, massive shoulders, and it doesn't seem to have arms. Instead, it seems to be like very stiff wings stretching out, and on its back and its belly is like, how are we gonna say? It's like pipes almost of bones, which seemingly be part of how it's been able to propel itself through air without never actually landing. It never been on the ground, what is known. And the black scale, it had black scale with massive amount of different colored crystals from blue, green, red. It literally like a rainbow, and they usually do also call this the rainbow wonder as well as rose. The reason why they call it the rose wonder, as I know, is because the massive control it has over nature, and when it becomes aggressive, as it was once in a cataclysm, as they call it, was it completely red. Even the black scales had turned red, and it became like a red rose, as they call it.
Oh shit!
And yeah, it's pretty much like the white whale. You can say that. And let's call it Steve. But yes, and of course, as mentioned, as Rangirin have heard, is that when these crystals breaks, it's like literally it's shedding its scales. These drops to the ground, and at times some of them assimilate by absorbing nature's energy and become simply new beings. And who's Rem? I don't know. But yes, so you guys are running as this massive being literally flying above you, and I want to see. Now we're gonna see. As you guys running, all of you realize suddenly that the ground vanishes under your feet.
Wow.
Fuck.
Literally, it's like
a cliff, or is it we just come to a cliff?
no, it's that more literally like. It's like a large hole suddenly collapses under your feet as you guys running.
I'm gonna. Is Ewok also falling?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab him midair.
Okay, yeah, you grab him, and with that, we're gonna cut for now with this adventure.
Oh my fucking god,
Yeah.
you asshole.
We literally have a cliffhanger here, guys.
More like a.
Oh,
We're not hanging, we're falling. So
Fall
it's like
hanger,
a cliff
then.
dropper.
cliff
Yeah.
faller.
Oh yes, but yes. So you guys didn't kill each other this time, at least.
Hey, that's something.
Yeah.
To the field.
I call bonus on that.
Just permanently deformed.
Yeah, but you guys, you kind of deserve that.
Yeah, yes, you
You should
fucking
probably
deserve
come up
that.
with a really good excuse, or else you're probably going to jail.
Yeah. Minus one arm.
I was like actually sweating from lying. Like in real life. I don't know if it's the heat or the humid air in my room, but I was fucking sweating my ass off.
Like,
And I mean, I thought up a really great story, but because Connor spoke up first.
and I feel like you're painting yourself into a corner, like, oh no, coming up with a
Yeah,
good
I
lie,
actually-
like, it doesn't make sense.
I was actually like, oh fuck.
Yes, loot this
Yeah.
episode, minus one arm. Rip arm.
Yeah, plus one ashes. Nice.